soak up the atmosphere here in Orléans, because we've already got the second quarter-final out, and we have got Alina KOMASHCHUK from Ukraine. The world number 23 is a 25-year-old. She's on your left, up against, well, someone who has possibly outperformed herself, coming off the back of winning the Pan-American bronze medal. It's 18-year-old Chloe Fox-GITOMER, the world number 36 from the USA, on your right. Our referee for this fight is Emanuele Buca of Italy, and he's about to get us underway.
Yeah, this is the first last 8 appearance for Fox-GITOMER. She made her last 16 in the end of last season and 3rd place at the Pan Americans. In terms of World Cup and Grand Prix level, this is her first appearance in a top 8, and she starts with taking the lead. Completely different fight. This is the last one. The last one was a very thoughtful, relatively slow fight. Both fencers looking and watching each other. They've fenced each other a lot. These two haven't fenced each other so much. I'm not sure if they've fenced at all, to be honest.
One match between the two of them. KOMASHCHUK has that one 1-0, but it was only a fight up to 5 in a pool at a previous competition. So yeah. I mean, it's very strange to say these days that the fencers don't know each other because of all the video analysis that's done. So I'm sure these two know each other inside out. And if they didn't before today or before this fight, they certainly do now.
Absolutely.
But they don't know each other on the piste.
Absolutely. And interestingly, they're quite similar style of fencer. They like to contain the middle of the piste and stay in the middle quite a bit. Look for a lot of blade actions, a lot of attacks and preparation, just like that one there from the Ukrainian fencer. So they're not dissimilar style of fencers. So it'll be interesting to see what they're looking to do to try and combat each other. KOMASHCHUK just a little bit more active there. She took up the attack a little bit earlier. They both paused, but then the Ukrainian went first. A bit of a deceptive attack there from Fox-GITOMER. She looks as though she's going to fall short, but she has just a little extra couple of inches of reach that you don't think is going to be there. They both paused, they both started at the same time, simultaneous action. Ukrainian takes up the attack. She saw the American fencer just go back a little bit early. I think Chloe Fox-GITOMER is just probably the adrenaline of her first top 8. She's just making her decisions a little bit early, showing her intention to her opponent. But there's a good parry post. That was much later action.
And that's the kind of hit that will give you a bit of confidence as well, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Stepping into the middle and looking for that parry post and it paying off.
Absolutely right. Ukrainian just held up there, and Chloe Fox-GITOMER just managed to take over the attack in time. It's a close one, it's quite hard to call.
Yeah, but I mean, I think, look, it's easy to say KOMASHCHUK has got the edge. She's 8-5 up here, but she is just holding her own a little bit better at the moment. I think, as you say, that excitement of being in your first top 8 match is tough for an 18-year-old.
If you compare the amount of time this first half has taken compared to the first half of the previous match, where both fencers are far, far more experienced at this level, that's because these athletes are both far less experienced at this level and they're trying to get their light on fast. And we can see now Shtababin, KOMASHCHUK's coach, giving us some advice. I think he's going to try and get her to go in a little bit deeper into the middle, maybe shorter, faster steps into the middle and draw a reaction from her opponent. And if she does take the attack, probably go compound rather than just go direct, because the hits that Chloe has got in the middle have been parry posts.
And when you say compound, you mean you show one line, you're going to go to one area, and then you change it at the last moment to draw the parry.
Do what we call a feint.
Yeah, feint. So so it's the same as boxing. You fake to one side and then go somewhere else. It's interesting times for Ukrainian fencing. We know that Olga Karlan did not attend this event. She's still rehabilitating from some surgery. She's decided not to fence here. She's fine, I'm told, but just decided not to fence here. But they're looking for some of the younger fencers to come through to get back up to the top of world fencing as a team, because that's how qualification works.
That's right, and they were 2008 Olympic champions, the Ukrainian team. But as a team, then haven't got quite the depth that some of the other countries at the top end have. Don't get me wrong; they're still a fantastic team. But
they do tend to rely on Olga Karlan. It's fair to say.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's great for them that KOMASHCHUK is starting to get slightly more consistent results now. And this is her second appearance at this stage of a major competition.
And only 25, which is still relatively young. You've still got a good few years left in you.
It is, although if you look at women's sabre now, women's sabre more so than men's, there's a lot of very young fencers who are performing at a high level. Men's sabre, you tend to find a slightly later maturation period, so the kind of mid-20s to late 20s to early 30s even is a period
or
of high
late
performance.
30s if you're Aldo Montano.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I mean, late's harsh. I say mid. I mean, being an old man myself, I think that's harsh.
You've got years on me, mate. You're all right.
So Ukraine has just taken control of the second half. She's picked up the first 5 hits after the break.
Oh, nice.
And there you can see she's just keeping the distance a little bit longer, shorter, sharper preparations. Gives her space to see what's happening, but still provoking her opponent. You can see again there those smaller, sharper steps. Just controlled the distance perfectly in the second half. Just takes 7 consecutive hits. Chloe Fox-Ketone didn't have an answer to that, but to be honest, I think that's just down to experience. And this has been a great day for her, fantastic performance, and we will see her back at this level again. And that can only be a really good learning experience for her.
So KOMASHCHUK goes through. She wins that one 15-5, and she will face Anna Marton in the first semi-final. And I think that's going to be a little bit more of a challenge for the Ukrainian. But more on that coming up very soon. We've got 2 more quarterfinals to come, and then we're going to have our semi-finals coming up afterwards. So our next match